That would have been very unfortunate.
Hello, hi. We're coming off of the topic of me being unafraid to admit that I am afraid of things, and
We
one
all
of
said we were gonna go to Australia, and Ford's like, "Nope, we're good."
well, no. I said y'all could go. I'm gonna be over here though, so
I will stay behind as well.
I'm going to stay my happy ass right here and not deal with crazy ass animals.
exactly.
I want to be nowhere near spiders that gallop like zebras.
There is a phrase that we of the culture use for this, and we call it white people shit.
Yeah.
Let's just say that I do not partake in white people shit.
Listen. You never see anybody who's black try to like uncover these fucking mummy sarcophagi that have curses written all over them. So yeah, there is precedent for this. White people are dumb.
Or
I didn't
just
say
very stupidly brave.
We have a death wish.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes,
I
we
just
do,
want to visit
and I don't
for
like
the
it.
hell of it. That is my only reason for going, but
Yeah, right. With a spider the size of your torso that can gallop like a zebra. Right.
that's
Oh,
perfectly fine. Maybe I'll get one and I will name him Bill.
Listen, this ain't
No.
The Walking Dead.
Just no.
I swear, this could become a comedy stream.
This could
We
be.
should. Swear to God, we should just have like a slice of life podcast where we all just talk shit because it works so well. What?
Yeah, we'll have to let the viewers vote on that one because I don't know if I'm that funny. I think I'm hilarious, but
You
tells
are
me-
hilarious.
That tells me that
I
I'm
am
not
not funny.
hilarious. That I think I'm hilarious.
No, you are actually hilarious.
I do not feel.
You two have dry humor. That's what it is. Ford and David share the same kind of dry humor, whereas then you have the rest of us who are
That's
just
true.
insane.
That's true. I do
And
have
James
dry
is
humor.
actually charismatic.
I'm a pretty straight. I'm like
Okay,
a
now
pretty
I
you're
like.
playing.
straight
I like
man
all
kinda
humor.
guy.
I like all humor. Dark humor is one of the funniest to me, depending on what the dark humor is about.
I just like pulling the rug from underneath people. So like I'll say something and then right at the end I'll just finish it. Just be like, yep, and now you
Death
get
below.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'll
so-
just tell you old stoner stories and talk about my run-ins with the cops, and that will be the day.
I got none of that, so yeah.
And I'll just be the mom friend who's.
You know, one time I walked
trying
into a
to go.
building and there was just a cop standing right there, and I eyed him, and he eyed me back, and then he like came up to me. He was like, "Don't worry, we're both black. It's not gonna work out how you think it will." I was like, "Okay."
No, it's just. And I looked at him, and he looked,
he looked
at
at
me, and I looked at him.
Welcome to the insanity. In case you're just realizing, this is the first time you're here. I'm sorry, but we're insane.
Listen, guys, I got struck with lightning too many times. That's the only reason I'm here.
Hello.
Look, Zeus has missed with enough lightning bolts at this
Hi.
point. I really have nothing to say on that matter.
Welcome to Twisted Perceptions, brought to you by Player Hater Gaming. Is your barbarian having trouble raging? Your ranger sniping? Your cleric healing? Well, how about we try Polyjuice potions? They don't do anything but change the way you look. But after you fail to perform your main task, you might not want to be seen for a while.
When did this become a Harry Potter stream?
Well then,
I love it.
Listen. I have to change up how I deliver that every time, otherwise it gets dry. You know, like
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
can't even. Whew, that one took me for a loop.
so. You know,
I feel like I gotta start the night off already with.
it's good to see you all. Some of you may not know, but the drink that I have in hand usually is indicative of how the game may or may not turn out, depending on what the party does. I'll tell you right now, the party almost never does what I want them to do, but that is the beauty of Dungeons and Dragons. Whilst I am the head chef coaching them on what to do, they are in the middle of sticking their hand in a chicken's ass. So,
You giving us some insight as to what Haliki was doing
Apparently,
when she disappeared?
apparently her hand was.
That what that was?
some assisted birthing.
Up it.
And the worst part of all is, she is not here to defend herself.
She's stuck in traffic. So we could talk shit for 30 minutes. I'm really good at that. But why not just play the game?
I feel like Hiliki would end up sitting on Connor's head as normal, and we're just having a Ratatouille episode where she's just.
Well, we found out some interesting things last week.
A
A lot of interesting things, actually, last week.
Last week was just a whole lot of emotional damage
And let's
dramatic hero explosions. Brought to
talk
you
about
by
it.
Koresh.
Before we get to the stuff that was really crazy, let's talk about something that was a little crazy. Heliki is the creator of Ironwood and disappeared for thousands of years and comes back to find there is an entire forest of that shit. Wow. Heliki, you genius.
It's like she had the longest fever dream in existence and didn't realize it.
Listen, man, the Feywilds be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
okay?
Like Genie, infinite power, infinite living space.
Uh-huh.
And then we found out about why as is as. We found out that Azura Shirosa murdered parts of her family, not because she wanted to, but because she was made to through magical means. We found out that Azura Shirosa's family was also hunted down and killed, and is now somehow the last person there. So how about we go ahead and get started?
Well, last we had our adventurers. We were sitting by a lake.
In the Druid Grove that Aliki had created.
I'm sorry.
I will real quick do a quick reminder to everyone in our chat. Don't forget to use those channel points to do the guidance. Our chat domain guidance dice to anyone who needs them. I believe at this point all of us are kind of out, so help us out. You can use your chat domain dice on any of us. Just redeem them. We can have up to 3 stocked at a time per person.
If my ass when I do stupid things, which is usually every single session.
Got chat domain dice. We've got twisted lines and deja vu dice.
And just remember with twisted
Okay.
lines, they need to fit the character properly. So you can't just make it say random crap. Sorry, guys.
You cannot make Az say that Koresh has a bodacious ass. I'm sorry.
Even though it may be true, we can't say that.
Anyways,
I mean, there's a fair bit of tail on the end of that as well. Anyways,
believe where we were last sitting there, we were all staring at Raminor, who is not smiling for the first time in ever.
and then Koresh had said that perhaps he could teach Az a few tricks
Mm-hmm.
in terms of the fun changeling shite that you ate and got control over.
Trying to hide who I am. At this point, it doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, you might not have a choice. There's a reason I don't go around looking like I'm supposed to. It's a bad idea when there's people on your tail, in any regard. At the very least, if we can get rid of the identifying mark, not because you're ashamed of it and not because we don't want you to be proud of it, but because that thing's going to be seen like a sore thumb should it ever come off and outside of your very heavily clothed self.
There's a reason my armor covers that.
Understood, but you never know. Like, the situation where you passed out for a week and we had to take it off you. At any point in time, somebody could have walked in during that sequence and caused all kinds of shite. I'm not saying not to be All right. Just so you know, it's not because I'm telling you not to be proud of it, but because, you know, you can never be too careful. Ah, la, la, la. Little.
Where are we going next?
Well,
To plan our next move.
are we continuing on the path that we had set upon, or where are we casting our dice today?
Brother. Then hammer falls.
I'm not one to argue with you today.
And then the bloody plague. It'll be fun.
Hey, let's just hope we don't run into too much more blood. At least not blood that is from our veins.
We could use a good fight right about now.
All right, so where are we headed, guys?
Well, so
Are you still looking at Raminor, who has a scowl on his face?
Connor's
yeah,
definitely
Cora's
looking
just
at
kind of
Roman.
like, Cora's just like clocking that, and is just like, do I ask the big friendly one why he doesn't look so very friendly anymore?
Very simple. Connor, not being Connor. Romanar. Whose skull are you gonna bash in now? Because clearly, you don't look like your normal, happy-go-lucky, everybody's a friend and I want to give them flowers. This looks like you want to give them murder.
You're not wrong. And he's just still staring at Az.
Az is not looking at him because that's a scary Raminor look. She is very pointedly not looking at scary Raminor.
So, is that look because of what she said to everybody, told us? That is clearly was not in her control, or because you know something and you're not sure how to explain it, and that's where this is going?
No. Those who wronged her are going to die.
Yeah, we know that, though.
Cora's just sitting there like, oh my god, Rominor is actually becoming Death Dealer, Dad of Death. Just straight up. Like, oh, this is why the Paladin condones crimes. Not said out loud.
Later. I haven't had an encounter in solid 6 months, so not our concern right now.
Understand that.
As you see Raminor's face continue to contort into anger, he bamps out of existence very quickly. And Raminor, you come face to face with the Wild Mother.
Oh no.
And she is looking at you with a look of concern.
1 second.
Okay.
As Raminor bamps, Az looks around, then looks to the others.
Should we be expecting someone to take his place again?
Can I make? Hold on. Let me see here before I even say this.
I'm back.
Would I be allowed to make some sort of like
Arcana.
religion or arcana?
Or religion and or Arcana, whichever one you want to choose.
They're both the same, so we may as well shoot our shot. I forgot that I didn't turn my acceleration back on, which means this is going to take forever. 1 second.
All right, cool. Raminor, you are face to face with the actual Wild Mother. Not a visage, not an avatar, but the Wild Mother. She sits atop a thorny throne blossoming with flowers on either side. And she's wearing a silk dress that seems to be freshly spun. She looks at you with a look of concern and says, Raminor, your heart has changed. What's wrong?
Broke the paladin.
I'd like to change my oath.
You can only do this once, Raminor. Once you change your oath, you cannot go back.
That's fine.
What is the oath you would like to take, Raminor?
Takes a moment. Looks down, looks back up, and steals his gaze. Vengeance.
She stands up and gets on one knee. And she says, Raminor, you are free from watching the plains. Your oath is now to those who you wish to live for and protect. Your oath is to avenge those you choose. Raminor, I may be your god, but you no longer report to me. You report to your code. Raminor bamfs right back in front of all of you.
I rolled a 13, so I don't think it would have mattered anyway.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we actually have you here and not one of the other cast and crew of motley fuckery that, you know. But, where the fuck did you go?
Raminor stretches,
You look different.
cracking some of his bones, and just looks like he's getting used to something.
Does he feel like his presence? Is it
I
feeling
need to
different?
change. I need to change some things. So give me a moment while I do so, and I will let you know.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes. Perception.
Or an insight check, whichever you choose.
24.
Both are the same.
Okay, 24,
23.
23,
So you-
16.
You still at least get
16.
saving throw pluses.
Well, this is already taking a turn for the day.
You still cannot be frightened. Don't think anything has changed there.
I think those are all just paladin things, not particularly the Watchers.
I believe it's like your
The
channel.
aura,
divinities
though,
and-
as
and your
I
aura
will
is like-
describe it to you, the aura does not feel as much of a loving and caring aura, at least at this moment. It had already started beginning to change when he was still here, but when he's back, there is definitely something more violent about his aura.
Az finally looks at him and just goes, "Oh God, did I break the paladin?"
You finally broke him.
Ford, can I get a deja vu dice to see if this happened last time?
Sure.
Let's go even today.
So you go even?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 10. Shaq, as you remember this happening. Not for the same reason, but you remember Raminor changing his oath. Give me a history check, Shaq. I can't give you all the information, you know?
Yeah, hold on. Scrolls history.
This is some Days of Future Past vibes whenever this happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add a superiority die to that. Let's see what that does for me. $16 total.
1 second. Hey Riley, look at your Zoom. Looking at something real quick. Okay, you said 16?
Yeah.
You remember that Ramanor changed his oath in your previous timeline as well. But with the 16, it was not vengeance. When he changed his oath the last time, it was conquest.
Fuck.
God, she kind of just rubs at her temples and closes her eyes as she tries to process this information. Well, things are certainly different this time around. I don't know which of these is worse.
Koresh is just gonna look like not say anything, but it's that expression of care to share with the rest of the class, but then just looks, doesn't say anything, just waiting to see if the blanks get filled in.
Kind of just standing there, really just waiting.
What do you do?
What was that?
Terminal. What did you do?
Changed my oath. One more time. Cut out.
What?
Vengeance.
Again, just kind of that like mildly stressed out look on her face, like, I did this. This is my fault. Oh God, I've fucked things up again.
And I'm gonna roll an insight to see if that's what she thinks.
Sure.
Natural 20 for 26. Do I know?
It's like you can read. Actually, you know what? I was saving this for a different time, but I think this is the perfect time to do this. Ramanor, your stone that Connor gave you starts to burn a little bit in your hand or wherever you keep it. And same for you as the stone in your necklace starts to burn just a little bit. And now you two are also able to communicate telepathically.
Oh, what?
So is he now getting her thoughts?
Yep.
So the thought, like you get those thoughts, and you can also get the thoughts of her thinking of last time. That last time his oath had changed to conquest, and now it's vengeance. And she's like, this time it's my fault. Now I don't know which is worse, having made him this time, or him having turned that time, and that time we did everything wrong. It's just like her face betrays very little. Generally, it's just kind of this like, oh fuck kind of look, but internally it's just the constant racing. It's the thoughts of a battle tactician. This is someone who is trying to figure out all outcomes and all possibilities and next moves.
She will get a telepathic connection. Actually, everybody will hear this. If we're all connected, right?
No.
Not Koresh?
Koresh and Haliki aren't yet. It's just Connor, Az, and Ravanor.
Well, Connor and Az will both hear it then. This has nothing to do with you or any fault to you. This is the one thing I will not allow myself to be happy about. I do not like People being forced to do anything against their will. It is wrong with nature. It is wrong with the world. And people who do things like this will pay.
First, there's like
may-
a fuck. I've got them both in my head now. Thought. That's the immediate first thought. It's like, oh shit. Now there's two of them.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Connor's laughing. He knows it's serious, but he can't help it.
And
Getting
Koresh and
hands.
Heli are just like, what?
I'm just looking at Koresh is just looking at this like, I'm gonna fucking go smoke some pipe weed, and just like walks up
Connor
behind
goes
like one
no,
of
no,
the
I'm
trees.
joining you. I definitely need it now.
Koresh is just like, well, there's enough for fucking both of us. Pulls out the pipe, starts fucking.
This
Please
isn't
rub my ass alone.
this isn't something that you have changed. Something I've always held near and dear. But because it's someone I care about deeply, as family, that is why I changed my oath. I would have done anything to help people get their vengeance on things of this nature, no matter what my oath was. I was an oath of the Watchers because that was where most of that problem came from. A lot of things from outside of our world want to mess with people's minds and take their freedom. That's not okay. I can still do the same thing. Nothing's changed. I still hold that oath near and dear to my heart. But getting vengeance for you, for your home, and clearing your name is far more important than protecting the world from Fae, fiends, undead. I care about you, Az. Much more than I'm sure you realize. Even if we just met months ago. It doesn't matter. You're my friend. You're my family. And I will help you take back your name.
Give up on revenge so early. Just because someone made me do it does not mean the guilt didn't fall on me. I don't need someone else taking revenge for something I won't even do.
It's not revenge. It's vengeance. Doing what's right and getting you back to the place where you were meant to be. It is not your fault someone decided to make you do things to your people. You had no control. All fault falls on them. And them alone.
Oh, outside of character, outside of game, real quick. Last week, it would have been the perfect moment to have Ramen or Bamf out and him just say, I want to change my oath, and then end the episode right there.
No! No! No!
That would have been the best thing ever.
No, I think it's
Crash.
better to have this start. It's nice.
Koresh is gonna like bump Connor real quick. It's like, you can hear everything they're fucking saying, right?
Connor has been
Here-
giving
here comes the
Koresh
unfortunately.
the play-by-play the entire time that they've been smoking.
Jesus fuck. And it's said in such a way where it's like, it's a little slurred, it's a little sloppy, the eyes are getting a bit redder. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Do you think I would be smoking right now if I was joking?
Oh yeah, that's right, you're a holy man. Fuck, I should have. You know what? Fuck it. C'est la vie. And fucking.
But when he says holy man, though, there is like a slight twitch to Connor's lips.
Emran.
That's Emran.
Yeah, it's just like, this man ain't fucking holy.
The sense of Emran just appears in the area and smacks Koresh upside the head.
Koresh is like,
Never call my followers holy men ever again. I am the furthest thing from holy.
well, then do you want some? Jesus. I don't even know who that is, but I say his name constantly.
Connor just goes like, I'll take that again also for later.
You guys don't want to meet any warlocks of Jesus Christ. They're overpowered.
I like how you made them warlock.
Turn water into wine? Yeah, that's overpowered.
I mean, maybe we do want to meet them.
At
Turn water into wine?
At level 3, they learn the cantrip Goodberry, or the spell. They can want it once a day. Goodberry.
Except it's not berries, it's fish and bread.
Yeah. And then at level 7, they learn Water Walk as a once daily spell. At level 11, they get Mass Cure Wounds.
Jesus
Greater
Christ.
restoration, lesser restoration. They're basically celestial warlocks on crack.
At level 15, what do they get at level 15? I've made this stat block before.
Oh my god.
If we ever do a campaign where it's like in the real world, I will play the Warlock of Jesus Christ. I swear, I will do it.
What did I get at level 15? Oh yeah, at level 15 they get one and literally one self-resurrection. And then at level 20 they get divine intervention.
Oh my god. I want to do this now. Damn it, Ford.
Brahmana speaks again. This feeling I have has lasted forever, and it will last forever. Nothing you've done has changed that. But hearing of your story and what you've come from, I can't allow that to continue to tarnish you and your name. But at the time being, I'll return back to my normal self. It'll take a bit of time. Anger is not something to easily satiate. But what will help is this. And he walks forward and he wraps her in a soft hug.
All the hugs now. Now that she's like not in the middle of an absolute emotional breakdown, her immediate reaction is first to be like a little bit stiff because hugs are weird. But she doesn't pull away and just kind of like awkwardly leans in a little bit. Just, I can't ever go back to being Azurus. Not who she was. Azurus was happy, and she had everything. Just thank you.
Connor lightly taps Koresh the entire time, like, as this happens, and he just softly mutters to him, "Is there any way that you can save this for prosperity's sake, or possible blackmail in the future?"
Hang on.
Ow.
Let me look at something. Let me.
I'll respond while you look.
You know what? Can I just like use my performance to try and like quick as a motherfucker take out my notebook and my pencil and just try and sketch this shit out?
Sure.
Yes. Quick Picasso.
Quick Picasso. Okay.
That is a 31.
Yeah, you
A
get
masterpiece.
you get a perfect, not just like a picture, but like a flip book of the situation.
It's animated, motherfuckers.
There is a slight
And
high
then-
five for Koresh.
Cars
You-
just. Oh, hold on. No, go ahead. I want to save this part for the very end.
You're good. There is no old as. There is no Azurus Zerosa. You are you, and you did what you needed to do to survive. As Azurus Zerosa, whatever you feel like calling yourself does not matter. You will always be yourself, no matter what time or action has happened. You cannot change that. Everything that you've done is you. But don't think that you can't go back to being what you were before. Because it's within your nature. Everything you've done is within your nature. And you can be happy again. I know that you can. But first, you kill every last one of the people who wronged you. We protect this world from the danger that faces it currently. And when we're done, we can settle. We can rest. And you can be happy. Because you deserve it. You've been through a lot. We'll still be through a hell of a lot more.
You say so.
All right.
When have I been wrong?
Can we? Are we almost done? Because I still have some left. If you want to join us, I mean, fuck, it's been a real intense couple of days, and I still got a fuck ton of this left. And he's got like a fucking, like, little baggie that he's kind of like waving.
Way before I set it on fire and get rid of the rest of it.
Azurus Sarosa. Try and catch me first, and just fucking just the biggest smirk, and packs another bowl before throwing the rest of it in. And just
But name off your tongue in public unless you aim to do the very thing you're trying to stop happening.
I mean, we're in a fucking druid grove. Nobody can fucking get in or hear us here. I promise I won't out you in public. I'm not trying to get you killed. I'm trying to have the exact opposite happen.
Where are we going? And which armor should I wear today? Are we worried about a fight, or should I be stealthier?
I mean, we still aren't any closer to any information of where we're actually fucking going. We came into the mountains. As far as I know, we go past the giants. All it said was to go into the crags. We're in the fucking crags.
Giants.
Give me a history check.
Ironwood armor it
Corey.
is.
The
History
Wild
check?
Mother.
History.
The Wild Mother did say you can find things both where the giants are and at that fighting ring.
17?
17. You have not passed the giants.
Right.
So-
So,
Seems the giants might be where we need to go. Which, by the way, none of y'all have let him. Because I think at the end of the last session with the other group, the fucking Krizon said that he was going to the giants, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Don't remember.
I remember things from a session that wasn't
Then
even mine.
again, I have been almost entirely unconscious most this week being sick. So I don't remember much.
But yeah, Romanor doesn't know that, so he can't.
I pulled an
relay-
as. I was just comatose. Except I didn't fight a dragon. It's my
Well.
notes.
But yeah,
I guess we just continue forward from here.
so maybe the
I think the
the
Giants place is
on
really the
other
only
path.
place that we know of.
Remember,
What?
before we actually got here, where I found a little bit of, and kind of laid to rest my past, there was that other path.
I guess we go there. May
The
as
Wild
well.
Mother did say that there are boons in that fighting ring and at the Giants.
There's boons here.
Boons for us. What we're looking for.
And then Connor is going to look at Az. Like, oh, yeah. What boons were there?
I don't have a fucking clue. All I stole were the phylacteries. And rich assholes and pigs. Does that count? Because it feels like a boon to me.
Okay, so I think Shaq, you're not remembering.
Probably not.
Okay, cool.
She got the stone.
Right now, that's a lie.
I genuinely don't know.
She got the mass stone.
Again, I have been
You got another
sleeping
mask.
about 18 hours a day for the last 4 days because I was so horribly sick.
Okay, you got another mask stone. Does the ass still say that?
I did, didn't I?
You
Yeah.
did.
As is going to just stop, kind of like the Windows reboot expression on her face. That we're just gonna be like, you're like, hold on, and then she goes to because she's got a pouch she wears on her hip that is more generally covered by the masks that she has hanging off of it, which now includes the original Ironwood council mask, the mask she stole from the dead person, and now Goldie's mask. And she pulls out the mask stone. I forgot about this one, considering how many gems and gem phylacteries I took. Kind of got mixed up in the rest of it.
And Connor would be like, well, they kind of, if I am not mistaken, with the way that they kind of implied that stone, that is a council stone.
Yes, and the last couple of times we've used one, it's a one use and then it breaks. Suggest we keep this until we need to use it.
I still think that's really stupid with the way that's to be done, but I agree with you.
It's a great waste of gems, to be sure. But I can sell off the pieces later and get more things for poison.
And equipment, because we're still poor.
Anyways, and she puts it back.
Was there anything else that you got in there?
I don't think I got to keep any of the phylacteries. Well, no, I did, because we killed all the liches, but I kept the phylactery gems.
Hmm?
She pulls out a handful of phylactery gems and just, I've got these, I burned them, but I don't quite know what to do with more of it. If we could find a way to crush it into dust, that fetches a pretty price on the market. For people like you and Romanor, it's a very useful thing for spells.
Can I make some sort of check to see if the souls are still in there, perhaps?
Sure.
I have 3. Because there was the 3 down at the bottom, and then the 1 for Son Savni that Connor took and turned to dust.
Arcana.
Actually, yeah.
I feel like this whole time, too, Katai has just kind of been, hanging around Ez's neck like a scarf.
13?
Sounds about right.
You can get, how many do you have as?
Great.
You can get the sense that there are 2 that are completely devoid of a soul, but you don't know about the third one.
Okay, so if I have an understanding that the first 2 are completely inert, I'm actually going to use the telepathy to try and connect to the being that would be in the stone.
Okay. You get nothing.
Okay. So with that, do I kind of clearly understand that this is there's nothing there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Az looks to Romanor and just kind of, do you think you and your hammer are strong enough to, powder gems?
Which one? One's made of wood.
What?
Is it a big hammer? It's made of wood.
He's referring to his hammer. He wasn't sure which one you were asking him to use.
Whatever you think can pulverize a gem into dust.
Probably.
Cool. And she's gonna pull out like a spare, like just some spare pouch she's got lying around somewhere. Put all three of them in there and tie it up. And she kind of just puts it on the ground. How about it?
Probably want to put it on a stone.
And she'll move it onto a rock.
Give me an attack roll, a damage roll, and a sleight of hand check. Ramanor.
11 attack.
That's more than enough. It's a stationary diamond.
You're right.
Not diamond, but gem.
It's a bag of rocks.
Sorry, I lied. That was a 16. I just rolled strength for some stupid reason. We're gonna use both hands, so that's an 8 damage.
8 damage, okay.
And a sleight of hand is plus 0. 11.
11. Okay, you feel it crack under the pressure of your hammer, but it doesn't just completely turn to dust. Gonna go for it again?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Attack roll.
Koresh sitting here flexing a hand
17.
like
Okay.
8 damage again.
Uh-huh.
19 sleight of hand.
Okay. You hit it and you can feel it turning into little bits of rubble. Not necessarily dust yet, but it's getting close.
Once more.
Yeah.
What's more? It's
another.
It'll be 18 to hit. 13 damage. And a 15 sleight of hand.
All right, cool. It's pulverized in the dust. Your sleight of hand was if you got anything lower than a 5 for sleight of hand, then you would have broken the rock underneath it, but not the stones itself.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
Az goes over, picks up the pouch, and kind of looks inside, nods approvingly.
We'll divvy it up later. You two can have some, considering there's 3 gems in here's worth. You can have some of all your spells, and then we can sell off the rest of this. But we'll worry about that later.
And she sticks it in her bag.
Now,
Sounds
onwards to giants and a vampire lich that I would like to stick my sunblade into.
good. Get in line.
I know.
Before we leave, I want to talk with you all.
I didn't do it. It was Koresh.
I didn't do it. It was also Koresh.
We're not having any talks today like that.
Oh, then it was Az.
Mind you, his face,
Fucking bus.
he still hasn't gotten a smile back.
Daddy is angry.
I want you all to know. Presumably Connor heard, but I have taken an oath of vengeance on the people that caused the harm to Az and her people. You all do not have to join me in that. That is my own goal. But I will be doing that whether or not you join me.
Commodore, if you think we're not coming with you, then I think you lost a little bit more than your smile, probably a couple of brain cells. Oh no, we're fucking coming. Sorry to tell you, mate, but
I don't assume you'll do anything without me asking. I'd rather you have your freedom than for me to say we're doing this because I want to.
oh, I was on the kill the shithead mages train when Ash told me the first time. I am very much down for this.
Simply put, I will help you all with whatever you want. Clearly, because I know that if I said I'm going to do something on my own, Az is going to put me in the ground, Koresh is going to find a way to tie me up, and then you, Romaner, will end up trying to find a way. Actually, no, you're probably just going to carry me along. You just say you're going to sit here in the corner and watch the rest of us deal with your nonsense. So I'm actually going to be part of this too, because I'm not going to be left out. And I'm pretty sure
Okay,
Heliki's also going to say the same thing. And I'm
I hope
pretty
you
sure
all
she's just
know-
nodding the entire time.
I hope you all know you can do what you wish. I will help you as much as I can. But if I do find it stupid, I will bring up my points on it. Kind of like the talk we had before, Koresh.
Or take more psychic damage, Koresh.
Oh dear fuck.
Then shut the fuck up.
We all know that's a borderline impossibility, friend.
All right. I think with that is the perfect time to go ahead and take a break.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I think
sounds
that's a good time to take a break. Give Heliki some time to show up. Heliki's got real life things to deal with, and we make it a part of our oath that it is real life is far more important than Dungeons and Dragons will ever be. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. We'll be back. We'll probably can we extend our break just a little bit? Is that okay? Just to give Lyrie some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 or 20 minutes doesn't matter. Give her some time to get to her place and get logged in. But hey, thanks guys for showing up. We'll see you guys here soon, and yeah, I'm excited to keep going.
We'll see you guys in 20.
There we go.
No, I turn your
I
camera
forgot.
back
Yep,
on, David.
I forgot my thing. Hi.
Hello. As you can see, Lyrie is still stuck where she's stuck, and that's just it just is what it is. So, all right. So where we last left off, you guys decided that you're ready to move forward. Where are we
Yep.
headed?
To the crags, towards the giants.
For the fucking giants.
All right, cool. So you guys walk out of the Druid's Grove that was made for you, and you start to head towards the city of the giants. This city, as some of you may know, is just a city literally built for giants. It is quite large in every way, shape, and form. To find a regular sized toilet is a journey, but as you guys walk through the crags and you find yourselves walking through Mountain Pass. After Mountain Pass, my dog was trying to attack me. After you was trying to going through Mountain Pass, you find yourselves at a giant gate, and this one usually, a giant gate normally is like 30 feet tall. This one's about 150 feet in the air. And someone want to give me a perception check, see if you can see all the way to the top.
I'll try. That's fucking huge.
Az is just going to send Katai flying and use his sight.
Okay. You
17.
Okay, both of you see that there is an engraved phoenix on the top of this gate.
Well.
Go for it.
Well. Phoenix feathers. Big phoenix on the fucking gate. So either the messages are coming from here, or it's just really fucking ironic sense of humor. And just because I think it's funny, we're going to knock on a giant door with a giant hand. So I'm going to cast Bigby's hand. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay. As you knock on this door, these gates swing open very slowly, and you see a 13-foot giant walk out and says,
Quick question: how long did it take to get here?
"How long?"
Yeah.
About 60 seconds.
Oh, it was a minute away? We didn't notice a giant city from a minute away?
Oh, you're talking about how long did it take you to actually get there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. It took you about 3 hours.
Apparently, we now know nothing
Right.
about travel time anymore.
Time is a concept that in this stream
About
is just
3 hours.
to be fucked with.
It took you about 3 hours to get there. I thought you were talking about how long did it take for the gate to be answered. I was like, no, about 60 seconds.
Carmenora is smiling again.
Someone has guidance for Connor.
Oh.
Need it.
Thank you, Carrick.
Oh,
I feel like I may end up needing it tonight. Something tells me that now.
And he says, "Oh, hello. Who are you?"
Well, do we actually have a name? I don't think we've ever actually gone over that. Is there like a moniker you guys went by before I got here?
So it's the one we had originally that I just never quite brought up. Considering this group went from 5 to 3 to 4 to 5 again.
Is there a name that we want to go by before I
Probably
address this
just gonna
giant?
go immediately shoot a message to Az through the stones. Whatever the name is, just use it. We'll go from there.
Hey guys, I've been sitting on this since like the start of the podcast when Ford was like, hey Shaq, you need to come up with a name for the group. They're gonna need it eventually. And I never said it. And it's probably stupid and you're probably all gonna hate me, but it's the only thing I could come up with that made sense in my head.
Whoa. Before you even continue, it's not stupid. I love it. Thanks.
You don't even know what it is.
I do know what it is. All
Give
right,
us the
you wanna
name.
say it at the same time? 1, 2, 3. Fate's
Hand. I did tell you. I didn't remember. Yes. And Az just turns and confidently, we are the Fate's Hand. We're here on business following Phoenix Feathers.
As a measure.
The Fate's Hand.
Yes.
The fifth one is a
Romano
little
respond.
small, so you can't see her.
Ramar will respond in giant. Is this better for you?
He responds back, yeah, this is way better.
Actually, Ramar doesn't
We
sound
went
like that.
from proper speech to like, oh yeah, you speak
Oh my
you speak
God,
the
that
hood,
was-
you speak the hood language. Let's go.
That was just.
You speak the language of our kin?
Oh, okay. That Brahmaner sounds also different in giant. Oh, okay. Well, we're here looking. Well, we had phoenix feathers brought to us, so we're trying to get to wherever those phoenix feathers came from, and it pointed us in this direction. We don't know why. The only thing we know is it's probably because of a friend.
Oh, Phoenix feathers. Okay. Well, you see, what had happened is that the Phoenix feathers are actually the phoenixes are like the emblem of the royal family around these parts. So if it's Phoenix feathers that sent you some messages, you might be being summoned by the royal family. And the giant turns and looks at Az and Koresh is like, have you thought about why you get Phoenix feathers?
Hey, I mean, I can
Perhaps
translate
they've
if you
been
want.
oddly threatening.
I can make this very, very easy. Telepathic connection, and we're just gonna loop everybody into this shit because this is just gonna make everything easier. Sorry about the intrusion into your actual mind. It just makes it easier through every language barrier.
Whoa. Okay. I can understand you a lot better. I'm sure you can understand me a lot better.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you got Phoenix feather, right?
Yeah, actually, I've been getting them for quite a while in various different cities.
They've been vaguely threatening.
Somewhat
Vaguely.
threatening.
Vaguely threatening.
Sometimes I believe it might have something to do with the familial issue.
A familial issue. What's your last name?
And Koresh is gonna stop for a second. Look to all the others. Frimhold.
Frimhold.
Jarthan Frimhold.
Jarthan Frimhold. Nope, not ringing any bells. The only royal family we have here is the Cairn family.
Did you just say the Karen family?
The Cairn, Cairn.
Nope. In my head, it will forever be the Karen.
It is
Yeah,
now the Karens.
yeah,
They're
no,
going to tell
no,
us
they're
that
the
they
Karen
want to speak
family.
to our manager and say that we suck and that we
And
should
then-
get fired.
And then Romanor will step up. Yeah, I'm the manager.
Well,
Oh man.
Mr. Frimhold, why don't you just come in? I mean, we're friendly to your kind. We're giants. We're quite large, but we're cool people, you know.
Oh no, couldn't go.
Ever since the All Walker King, we figured we might as well just allow everyone here because now we can coexist with humans.
So he's only 4 feet taller than actually 3.5 feet taller than Romanor.
Yeah, he looks at you and he's like, "Wow, you're kind of tall, but I'm also kind of short for a giant." So yeah.
Oh baby.
So it's
Az looks uncomfortable. She doesn't like feeling small, and right now she feels very, very small.
Oi, how do you think I feel? 5'4", crouched so low to the ground that these motherfuckers could mistake him for an ant?
Yeah, you come up to about Ramanor's waist.
Yeah. I'm like fucking itty-bitty compared to all you fuckers. So, I mean, we may as well just walk in. The gentleman's rather nice. I was not expecting
Come on in. You said you need to talk to the royal family. I mean, they're the only people who have access to phoenix feathers around these parts.
Does anyone else come here either?
Does anyone else come here?
That
No.
isn't a giant.
No, I mean, I'm tasked with watching the gate. I don't look it, but I'm pretty strong.
Connor,
yeah.
what's the name of your
Oh, you look pretty
old
strong,
friend?
My old friend? Well, who's old?
No. She looks at Connor and just, what was the name of your old friend?
The moment that she says "old friend," it's like clearly.
She's not about to out the fact that they're hunting this
He- he's just
fucker
like,
in.
Crazon.
Crazon. Nope, not ringing any bells. But I mean, if you want to go check, you'll have to make an appointment with the royal family, obviously.
Oh God, some more appointments.
But I mean, obviously,
As is just sitting here on the PTSD of the last time they had an appointment, they had to fight a fucking dragon and she went into a coma.
he looks at you. He's like, oh, calm down. They're cool. We just want to make sure you're cool, okay?
Well,
Understood.
I mean, they're trying to summon us, so I figure that probably they want to see us as soon as possible, right?
As just is like, hold on. She looked at him, she's like, listen, I get it. I do. I don't like appointments, considering the last one that we made, we were sent into a dungeon and had to fight a dragon, and I went into a coma for 2 weeks.
I am going to just like, Crash is just gonna like put hands up and then like put them all down at the same time, just be like, stop a second.
Koresh,
Everybody calm.
As you put your hands up, another phoenix feather shows up in your hands.
Motherfucker!
I mean, see, we just got a phoenix feather. I'm sure that they probably want us in there, right?
He sees that phoenix feather and he says, "All right, we'll let you in."
Shit.
I mean,
Well,
this is the only place you can get a phoenix feather on this continent. So either you stole it, which they would kill you, or they gave it to you.
Complete side note, have you a market where things can be bought and sold?
Yes, but they're hard to barter with. They don't really care for a lot of things, so you better bring something good. Otherwise, they'll just laugh at you. Or have gold. They like gold too.
Nah, we'll be fine. We'll manage.
Thanks for the
We'll
heads
be
up. Now,
fine. And Connor's gonna
to the
start walking.
royals.
we go to the royals first. Figure
okay.
out about this finish.
The giant stops you. He's like, okay, so before you go to the royals, remember that the royals, you gotta have an escort. Okay.
Got a what?
Right?
Gotta have an escort. You can't just walk up into the palace. Who do you think you are? You think you're also royalty? What is this?
I mean, my family did kind of start the town that I come from, so kind of
royalty.
No official titles. We're just a village of.
So who may I ask is actually supposed to be our escort?
If you go find one of the town guard, they will actually, as long as you show them that phoenix feather you got there, they will escort you in. And they'll sit you in the court, and you can wait for the king to arrive.
You have been absolutely delightful and very helpful in this situation. Might I have your name?
Oh, yeah. My name is Karen. Again, I know, but it is what it is.
Been awfully kind for guard. And you can see Az barely holding back laughter.
Connor just
if you want to laugh at my
like,
if you want to laugh at my
that,
name,
please tell me that name has a reason or like some sort of a backstory in Giant. Like if it actually means something in Giant.
I have no idea.
Oh, you could make something up.
I mean, I
So
could
in other
make
words-
something up.
So in other words, it's a Karen, but It's
He
not
looks
a
at you. He's
character.
like, yeah. I mean, my mom named me that. I don't really know. I'm just regular giant. You know, there's nothing really special about. I'm not like frost giant or fire
regular-
giant or anything like giant. It's just I'm just regular giant. You know.
Critical Role has a regular
Giant
gnome,
light.
and we have a regular giant.
Clearly.
I forgot about the regular
Off-brand
gnome.
giant.
The reason why I said regular giant is because people usually ask me, Saquon, what my heritage is. Like if I'm from Nigeria or Angola, my response is always, I'm regular black. My family's from Chicago. Like,
Regular black. Interesting. I'm regular white.
Black trademark.
okay, cool. So you guys go walk into the town after this oddly pleasant interaction with a giant, and you
It
see
helps we
that-
have a giant essentially on our team.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look at that little guy. But then you guys are walking around and you see, on average, 20 feet tall giants. Some fire giants, some hill giants, some frost giants.
Fire giants in the cold.
Hey, man, you know, it is what it is. And
Courage,
What's
Courage
that?
feeling slightly inferior in terms of height is just gonna have his rapier drawn slightly so that way like he can fly. It's down at his sides, not trying to be threatening. He's just
don't-
kind of trying to keep the height up.
Don't worry, buddy. I can put you on my shoulders if you want.
Ramen
You're going to sit on Daddy's shoulders.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. And Glenn does exactly that.
He picks you up and puts him on his shoulders.
Oh God.
And one of the town guard walks up to you, he's like, and he says, "You stranger here."
Yeah, you can speak in giant. I can understand it.
Oh,
Or-
okay. Well,
me.
where are you from? Who are you?
Well, I'm from. Hold on, let me double check the name of my city.
Cass is resisting the urge to pickpocket people.
Well, their pockets are way too high. You're forgetting that part.
You're it's
So-
like picking an apple for going into their ass pockets. Like you're not gonna be able to do that stealthily.
You can barely
Uh,
reach up to like their knee.
Where- well, I'm from Sheldon. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not.
No,
Um,
never.
Well, it's a big group of furbolgs and other nature beings.
Huh. Okay.
The rest of us, we're
I'd
kind of.
like to think I'm something of a nature being myself.
Of course, you are.
What is happening?
So we're on a. I guess we wouldn't say mission. We're on an adventure. We're kind of led here by some phoenix feathers. We're trying to, I guess, get to the royal family.
Oh, phoenix feathers. I happen to be one of the town guard, and if you have a phoenix feather, oh, okay, I see that phoenix feather. I can take you on into the palace. I can't guarantee you'll get to meet the king today, but you'll be allowed entrance with that phoenix feather for sure.
I mean,
Telepathic
they've been
bond, it would be very, very helpful.
giving feathers to us for quite a while now, trying to lead us here. So as fast as possible would be just perfect.
Okay, so can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Oh,
That was one.
You're snippy. Who
Oh, I'm stating the obvious now.
who is getting these messages, and who are they coming from?
As
They're-
just goes like that, and like one hand is higher than the other to point at Koresh and Ramanor.
Technically, it's just me who's actually received
No, Rob-
most.
No, Ramanor got
Ramanor
one.
got one in his bag.
Oh,
he did
that's
go.
my bad. That's my bad. Mostly me. A couple have gone to him, but we haven't gotten a name with him yet. There's possible inklings that we're working out the kinks of, but until that is the case, this is the closest lead we have. No
Okay.
real names have been given quite yet.
Well, I'm sorry that my size might seem intimidating to you, but
do I seem intimidated? Is that what you thought was happening?
I mean, I could step on you and you'd probably die.
Yeah, but I
He'd
also
probably like it.
I
No,
mean, I wouldn't
hey.
suggest it. I may be small, even to you, but
I am sorry, I am offended. I may be a bard and a warlock. That does not make me horny or in need of dominating.
Connor,
Can you tell me straightforward that you do not want to be stepped on?
I don't want
Press
to be
B
fucking
for
stepped on.
doubt.
Okay.
Why? Why?
Okay.
Why?
So you're getting the feathers, and you don't really know who's the inclination. If you don't, you did this. You don't have to tell me this one. I just want to know. I'm nosy.
Yeah, no, we don't know who it is. We're just getting them.
We don't exactly.
It might
we
be
don't
someone we know, but we're not certain.
I'm just here for the ride.
The ride, you say?
Yes.
He turns around and just waves for you guys to walk with him.
Going with the flow, I guess, is what you'd say.
You guys.
This is the first giants I've ever encountered in a D&D game that didn't immediately want to try and fucking kill me. So this is an entirely different experience for me. My other campaign, we've done nothing but fight giants because they're like part of the big bad's army.
You look around and you see that these are some regular giants, you know, besides the type, they're just like normal people almost. You can see that they're quite cheerful, and you see that people are hanging banners, calling it the Festival of the All Walker. He looks at you and he's like, "Oh, by the way, we've been getting ready for a festival. This just celebrates our king. We're just really happy that we finally get the chance to live with."
I saw a vision of that, didn't I?
Yes.
And Connor, remember
What exactly was I shared? I can't remember.
You saw, basically like a figure of a young boy as their king, and
He like extended a hand or something.
Yep, extending his hand to shake your hand.
Well, shake a hand. You didn't say it was his. You just said
Yeah,
it was
to shake a
someone.
hand. Yeah.
But
Is
Connor
there anything-
remembers All Walker. I'm like, wait. He kind of like shoots a message. When we had that little mismatched group, wasn't there a mention of an All Walker?
Yeah, it was in your cavern that we found you in.
Uh-huh.
So, tread lightly. Mind telling us a bit more about this All Walker? We've heard tale and we've found certain inscriptions, but we've never actually been able to find any actual information about him. I'm just curious. Bear in mind, I'm not.
Okay. The All Walker is a giant, obviously, but this giant is actually able to go and switch in between the sizes of human and giant, so are able to effectively and non-threateningly communicate with humanoid species as well as giants like us. So in that sense, we don't have to really be as hostile anymore. We can just live our lives like normal, and our king can garner relations for us.
Something just clicked.
Sir Saquon.
Yes.
Romanor's going to share with Connor and ask for him to share the description of the boy that Romanor saw to Koresh.
I'm going to ask another question. Do I remember anything about my brother being able to shift in size as well as in bodily form?
Yes, you do.
Motherfucker! Oh, motherfucker!
Well, Connor relays the message from Romanor to Koresh.
Does that sound like the description?
The description you get is someone going from a giant to a human boy, or a human teenage boy, so boy-ish, but yeah.
Right. Telepathic link cuts from the giant and is gonna go to all of them real quick. Well, I think we fucking found him.
Found who?
His brother.
There's so many people I'm trying to keep track of anymore. Don't expect me to remember everything.
So the little shite was able to also become a not so very little shite.
And what, did he just have a bigger
Your
turd he needs
brother,
to get
you
rid of?
thought was dead, made himself royalty.
And hasn't said a bloody fucking thing. And there's a bite. There's definitely a like a growl and an anger in behind that, and it's just if I find out he's okay, he won't be afterwards kind of sound. How long ago did your All-Walker show up, perchance?
4, 6 years ago.
Around the same time frame?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, right. Well,
Has the All Walker begun by any other names?
The Giant King, really. That's the only other name.
now, Ford, let me ask you something. Is there any plausible way that I could use my own ability to try and mimic that same effect? Or no?
Later.
Okay.
Your younger brother's better than you. No.
Well, of course he fucking is.
Well, no. He probably could have, except that somebody took some of it away from him.
Anyways.
That was not the point of what I did.
I know. It's so
Oh,
funny.
I didn't know that's what was gonna happen.
Oh, it's so
Right.
funny, though.
Sorry. Lead on. And why can I not remember the name? I literally just bullshitted for Koresh right now.
Something Trimhold.
I think it was like Tarvrish
Yeah. something
or
Call it Tarvrish. Okay, Tarvrish from home.
yeah. You know what? Do me a favor, sir, if you don't mind. Before we go in, and when you ask for an audience, make sure the king knows that Tarvrish would like to speak with him.
Tarvrish.
If it is who I think it is, he'll know the name.
Understood. He leads you into a giant, I keep saying giant, a gargantuan hall. And this place is.
Are we dealing with
just-
gargantuans now? I thought we were dealing with giants.
Damn it. No, you guys, they lead you into a massive great hall, and he walks behind another set of doors, and you hear screaming from the other side of that door. He said, "Who?" And then he comes out and he says, "I think he wants to see y'all."
You're like I should have
No,
won.
that's yeah, probably.
Koresh is going to walk in, and as they walk in, that dragonborn visage is gone. Like, we go past the guard, and we're going into the room, and that form is gone, and you are looking at this near translucent but like olive colored skin with this like faint gray, like almost flowing on its own like a weird thin anemone, and the eyes are just white. There is no color, there is no pupil, there is nothing. It is just white.
Okay.
Cass is gonna sneak in behind them.
Promenor will walk right. What is he still on Promenor's shoulder?
No, he.
God
No,
damn it.
I jumped off. I got the fuck off, and I am walking in,
Promenor's walking right beside him.
and I'm looking around.
Terrible. It was a 19.
Oh, Walker!
And Connor's just gonna walk up behind everybody, arms
You're
behind
seen
his back.
as-
I figure.
I would love to have a conversation with you.
You look and you see a blue-skinned giant sitting in a throne. This giant stands up, towering at 27 feet tall,
Mm.
and begins to walk towards you. As he walks towards you, he gets smaller and smaller and smaller until you find a late teenage years boy with a rope marking around his neck and a giant scar in the center of his chest. extends his hand to Koresh. And he says, "Hello. I am the King of the Giants."
Koresh fights for a second.
Now a bad
Just
time
like
to make a
this-
short joke.
This back and forth. This just. And then at the end of it, he just grabs the fucking arm, pulls in, and it's just a full ass hug.
And he stopped, and he's looking at, and he's like taking the hug, and he's like, "Why are you hugging me? What's happening?"
Oh no!
Huh. I know. There's no facade you're gonna put over my eyes.
He pushes away. He says, "Facade? Who do you think I am?"
You're Frimhold.
I'm a Karen.
I'm making an insight check.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm making one too.
You mean Karen?
I have a whole +1.
I'm making
That's
one
a
too.
15.
You mean Karen Ford or Karen?
Karen, the name. Karen, the last name.
It's a 15.
I have a 19.
As far as you know, this person standing before you is genuinely confused, a little bit offended.
Can I make an insight?
Sure.
Is there anything that gives me the inclination that does he
23.
look like what I would remember my brother to look like?
Oh, easily, yes.
23.
You know that he clearly doesn't remember Koresh if they are actually brothers.
Can Connor
Or
like
it's
kind of
just-
take a look around the room, see what else is going on?
Look around the room, and there are you got it high enough passive. Look around the room, and you see that there are 3 giant pillars on either side, 6 in total. Near the end of the room, there is a throne sitting on a circular pedestal. From there, behind there, you can actually see that there are 2 stone masks, not porcelain masks, stone masks. And you see written above them in giant, if Ramanar ever so chooses to, it says, "One for all for one."
I'm gonna use Divine Sense.
And those stone masks look similar to the
They do
masks that
not,
we
no.
carry?
They do not.
Okay.
You're doing Divine Sense.
Yes.
What's the distance on that?
60 feet.
Okay.
Any celestial, fiend, undead.
And Fey, because it's the hallowed spell. Basically, just paladins get it a lot more.
You get Haliki, but yeah, nothing.
He's not undead.
How you've been sending me feathers for weeks. I have been hearing your voice in my head. How?
You've gotten feathers. He snaps his finger, and from behind one of the masks produces a phoenix, and it lands on his shoulder. From who?
Actually, pull out the feather that you have. Does it give you an image?
I'm actually gonna pull out the feather and see if it does anything.
Okay. As you pull out the feather and you wait for it to do something, it then bursts into flames. And then after that, I'm sorry, I just got a weird text message. It bursts into flames, and then right after that, it says, "I won't know until you make me remember," and that's it.
Shit.
This is confused.
Did you read that? Did you see that the same way I did?
Yeah, I saw that. What's your? You said your name is what again?
Tarvish Frimhold.
Harvish Frimhold. That name rings a bell.
It should.
Makes me a little angry on the inside.
It probably
Yeah,
should.
like when this is going.
No. Understand something. If he's gonna be fucking angry, then he should be angry, and it's fucking proper.
But nothing that finds purchase in my mind. You have a phoenix feather, so you have right to see me. What is it you want?
Connor's gonna kind of like look over real quick and just simply put, look, we came because you called us through these phoenix feathers. You told us where to go to find the next one, where to go to meet you. The fact that you don't remember means either one of two things. You force yourself to forget, or, and I think that this is the more probable one with the last one, somebody made you forget and you want us to help you remember.
Romano's gonna cast Detect Magic. And it doesn't require anything. It's from his it's from Firbolg magic, so he doesn't actually have to do any of the incantation shit.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic and you detect a specific kind of magic in his head.
Right.
Question, real quick, before everybody starts talking again. What's the last thing you remember a few years ago before you became king?
I woke up in my tomb, the Allwalker's tomb, and I came here. As
You
is
remember
my-
dying?
Many thousands of years ago, after the primordials had created me.
Right.
Elixir Koresh. How did your brother die?
I'm about to show him. And I am going to use the telepathy, but instead of words, I'm going to transfer a memory. Well, not just one memory, but every memory. From childhood, from the birth of this kid, till the last day Koresh saw him. All of it. You were done wrong. I was a coward. I was weak. I was a downright bloody cunt, and I'm not going to defend myself for it. But you are not the Allwalker.
That is controversial. Because that looked exactly like me.
Aye.
Armanor's gonna speak in giant real quick. The situation is very weird. And because of my heritage, I can see magic. Not for very long, but at least once per day. There is some magic deep within your mind. And if you would allow me, I'd like to try and dispel it and hopefully get your memories back. And he's sincere. He's putting out as much positive energy. He is smiling again. He is the big happy Firbolg that's not really threatening other than his fucking massive size.
I'm not sure.
Look, this isn't to be rude, but either you've lost your memory, or you're in the body of somebody who has the exact same abilities that you once had. And you took over that body. One way or another, it's not yours. I'm not trying to step on toes. I'm not trying to start anything. But what I'm trying to do is make up for a mistake far long overdue to be made up for. You can incite me, you can zone of truth me, you can do anything you fucking want to me. I don't care if after, by the time you figure out who the fuck you are, you stab me in the fucking head. It doesn't matter. If I'm wrong, I'd wager you can throw me in your own fucking cage.
But how do we prove right?
Like I said, I can try and dispel the magic in your head.
As can I.
It's deep. It's deep in your head. It's far in
there
there.
If there is a chance that perhaps he'd be better off with you there, I'd be happy to let you back in. But if he would rather have a life of his own, I'm willing to supply you with another body.
Let's put a pin in this. Let me have my court mage present, and you can explain to them as to why you think I am this family member of yours. Does that sound fair, Tarvish?
I'll agree to these terms. So long as, if the decision is made that we are not to continue, that we still be let free without any repercussion or harm to our person.
You have my word that you will be safe within these walls. No one here will attack you.
Quick question, are there places for us to stay?
Yes,
It actually
there's-
might be nice to sleep in a bed for once.
There are a few places here with beds your size and their size. There's one just outside of the castle gates.
And Connor's
So-
also just kind of like mention real quick, like, and also outside of the gates too, for at least like a day, just to give us a day's head start, because you guys are giants, and half of like our day's travel for us is just like an hour's travel for you guys. So, in case, just to make sure that we're all on even keel with everything, as a precaution.
I'm trying to see if I have any features of something interesting that I can use. Because I wanna make this binding.
Someone make a perception check.
Oh,
Okay.
Is it this one person? Because Ramanor will if it's multiple, but if it's one, he's not going to try it.
Just one.
Not me.
I only got a 12.
You see in the darkness a gleam of red. That's all.
In the darkness?
Yeah, further behind the throne, you'll see.
Divine sense lasts for a minute, I think.
Yeah, it's not 60. You're not within 60.
Oh, until the end of next turn.
Does anybody say anything about the eyes?
I would.
I
Sire,
would focus on the eyes.
It's a bat.
So, bat.
can I?
I throw a dagger at it.
You know what?
Can Connor, before anybody else does anything, Can Connor see if it's a natural bat or a familiar bat? Like conjured by magic?
Oh, it's natural.
Well, natural as it looks, at least.
So, Korish is not having a good day. Korish is craving violence. Red gleam.
Am I gonna do the bad thing? Am I going to do the bad thing? Nope. No, he's not. Okay. We thank you for your time. We look forward to convening with you in the morning.
Well, I'm gonna roll motion to the all walker to move a little bit closer to him. Like not like, oh, get closer so I can hit you, but like closer so he can be quiet.
Okay, he walks up to him, and you could see him grow to your size so he can meet your gaze.
Are there supposed to be bats in here?
I mean, this castle was built into the side of a cave.
Ones with red eyes?
He looks behind him. And then you see, out of nowhere, kind of a force leaves from his body as he focuses so intently on the bat, and the bat drops from the ground, dead to the ground. I think I can take care of myself.
Az is gonna try and stealth again. She doesn't like this. She doesn't like any of this magical shit.
I figured you'd better know that it was
That is
there.
a 33. Az just disappears.
I think Korish is gonna do the same, just to simply go and not be seen by anyone. So I got a 21 just to get away from everybody and try and find a place to kind of be quiet by myself for a bit, which that would be a 21.
Connor just
I don't know.
at Ramanor and the All Walker, and just calmly say, "There seems to be more going on than looks, and this is not to force your opinion on the matter, but put some trust in us in this matter, and not to those around you. Because even though we're new, and you don't need to, we do have good intentions."
He nods his head as he walks back to his throne, growing in size with every step until he hits 27 feet tall and sits on his throne. You may leave.
Korish is already gone.
And Connor, for the very first time in forever, considering that technically royalty and everything, he actually bows respectfully instead of coming up with some smart alecky responses, and goes, "Then we'll see you tomorrow. Good evening." And
Good evening.
Ramanor will just give a smiling wave.
he'll turn, leave, the entire time making sure that Haliki knows what's going on, and to see if maybe she has some ideas for when they come back tomorrow in the morning. Even though his mind is probably being bombarded with random thoughts of animals and bats and where they're coming from and why they're there and where they could possibly come in through, and he probably has a massive headache as he's walking away.
Ramanor's mostly empty-minded.
All right.
No
So
thoughts. Head empty.
You get just outside the castle gates, and you see a tavern. and it's called the Border West.
No.
You walk
As
in-
like materializes in front of the doors, and she looks really excited. She's like, "This is my hood."
You walk into the Border West Tavern, and you see a tiefling minding the bar.
We haven't really seen many of them, have we?
No,
I feel like the last time we saw one, but this is just probably really bad memory. But I could have sworn the last time we actually saw one, we ended up dealing with the Fae right after.
Tiefling looks and he says, "Welcome to the Border West. Are you a member?" And he looks at any of you.
I'm a member of a lot of things, but what specifically do you mean?
Oh, there's a Borders card you can get. Do you not have one?
I definitely don't.
Nope.
The Tiefling looks to you, Az, and he says, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Do I know this person?
No, but this person knows you because you do frequent the Border Taverns.
Az just looks so in her element right now. Like this is her vibe. This is her kind of people, and she just kind of smirks. Tell me where to get it and where the markets are, and we'll be back and we'll be giving you all of our business while we stay in town.
To the south, underneath the green pail. That's exactly where you want to go.
Perfect. We'll be back. And walks out.
He as you're walking out, he's like, "I wouldn't recommend going out tonight."
And she stops. And why is that?
It's the festival. They're prepping for the festival. No one's going to be selling anything. You might want to just hunker down for the night.
That's very disappointed by this.
Koresh is not there, by the way. Just as a note.
He'll make his way.
Fine. Then can we get a few rooms for the night?
I'm sure Connor can
Boys, do
still
you
hear
want to
him.
share? Or are you taking your
well,
own rooms?
I'd like a room that has a bed big enough for me, and I've been sleeping on the floor this whole time.
Tiefling looks to you. He's like, "Room to the left."
Worry about them. I'll be taking a room for myself. Please. How much?
On the house. You got your card?
Do I?
You should.
I'm going to assume Az just dramatically pulls out a card.
Az pulls out what in that world's time would be kind of like a laminated card and hands it to him. And he looks at it and he stamps a hole into it. Probably like the 30th hole in that card. She needs a new one at this point. But like,
With teeth.
and he hands it back to you. Is like, "Thank you for being a customer at the Borders."
No better place to be.
But yeah, I'll need a room too. And
From now on, we have to make a TikTok called the Borders Tavern, and everybody's going to be a border north, south, west, and east.
Do you have
Yeah.
milk?
I think I heard
Oh
about
gods. I don't know him. Clearly knows him, but it's just like, fuck this, and
And he
walks
pulls
into
out-
the room
and
for
he-
herself.
you. And he pulls out some raw, unpasteurized milk. Is like, "That's what I was able to get."
It's perfectly fine with me.
Came
Anybody gonna bring up
prepared.
the Anybody gonna bring up the chocolate milk
Fresh
comment made
from
by
the titty.
anyone who's here with Pyre gonna mention the chocolate milk then?
As it's walking away, just the fiery one did mention something about chocolate in milk,
she did.
and then she goes into her room.
That she did.
Hmm. You also have chocolate?
I mean, we have chocolate. Do you want some?
Yeah, could you melt it?
We could heat up the milk.
That'll work.
All right. He takes the milk, puts it in the pot, sets it onto his hand, and then just puts chocolate there and just thaumaturgy's fire all around it. Just like, all right, he's just like holding it in his hand. It's like, and he looks to Connor and for you.
I just need an ale. Just give me an ale.
He reaches from behind the bar and puts a big old mug on the table. It's like, there it is.
I appreciate you very much right now. He
And
takes
then
it.
he pours this now brown liquid into a cup for Ramanor. Steaming brown liquid. So right now it is hot cocoa. If you let it get cold, it'll be hot. It'll be just regular chocolate milk.
He will take a sip of the hot cocoa. I feel like he's not gonna like it as much warm.
Yeah. Give me a wisdom save.
Yeah, it's a 15.
It's alright. You don't hate it.
Not bad. I feel like it'd be better cold though.
He dropped some ice cubes into it.
Oh no. No. What have
Not
you
gonna lie,
done?
I actually
You
figured that
tainted
the wisdom
milk.
save was to become a chocolate addict.
This is the one other thing Ramanor gets angry about. No, I'm just kidding. Ice and
You've
milk.
ruined the milk.
Connor and Ramanor, are you guys going to have any conductive conversation?
Connor would
just
definitely
drinking?
ask about the while he's drinking about the actual festival, like, and as well as the membership too, because
Okay. He's like, well, there's a Border West Tavern, there's a Border East Tavern, and if you've been with that woman, she's never told me her name for some reason. But if you've been with that woman, you've probably been to the Border North Tavern. There's also the Border South, but no one really goes to the Border South because they're too good for us. But hey, and the festival is just a yearly festival that is to just honor the king that showed up a few years ago.
And how long? And it's been going on for what?
A few years, but the festival happens once a year. So, and tomorrow is the day of the festival.
Okay. And he just kind of like looks at Ramanor again for a quick second to kind of like gauge his reaction to the chocolate, and he turns back to the thief and just goes, "Has there been anybody else that comes to town other than us recently, or in the last couple of months?"
Not that I can think of. We don't get too many regular sized people around these parts. Hell, we don't get people as small as him pointing at Ramanor.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. Just figured I'd ask. Trying to.
Ramanor chuckles.
So this is the goal of the Borders Tavern. We don't answer. We don't repeat anything we hear here.
Yeah, no, just trying to find somebody. That's why. Figured I'd ask.
Understood. Is that it?
Yeah, so how do I get a membership too? Just to make things easier in case for future.
There's an initiation fee.
How much is it? Just to know.
Gold. Who cares about gold? Bring me a stolen good and you can get a card.
Ah. And a city of giants where I can barely reach anything. Alright. Good to know. Thank you.
I could try.
You're welcome.
You want me to?
Later.
Ramanor tries to pickpocket.
Later, Ramanor. Later, Ram.
All right.
Not right now. And after that, he's gonna chug his drink and head upstairs.
You know what? No, he's gonna try and take something off of Connor.
Okay. Give me a
Hey.
sleight of hand check.
It's not gonna work at all because Connor's gonna see it with his passive. Yeah, no, that's a 10.
Yeah.
This is good since this is actually the first time Ramanor ever tries this. And nobody else has actually ever tried to pick his pocket. Nobody knows this. But the moment that Ramanor tries to, immediately a flame appears in front of his hand. In between his pouch. Like, in between his hand and his pouch. Like, ready to burn him if he goes any further. And he just looks at Ramanor like, don't try it. And he walks away.
It's worth a shot.
All right. Connor's going upstairs to his room. Ramino, are you doing anything, or are you just drinking your milk?
He's gonna bring his milk with him and let it cool off.
Okay, cool. Then we will pan over to Koresh.
So, Koresh probably after that has tried to find what would be probably the tallest building here outside from the big old castle.
Mm-hmm.
Has
There's a
probably,
cathedral.
yeah, that would work. And is sitting atop of it after probably flying up with the sword. And he's kind of made this sort of like half-baked emblem of what looks like a fish and some like tides rolling in. And just to like fashion around his neck. I can roll a performance check if you want to see how good it comes out, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, okay.
I just really hope it's shitty.
That's a 19.
That's pretty good. All right.
It's not flip book worthy, but it's good.
And Koresh is going to, after it's finished, take it into his hands and pray to the Wave Finder. And he is going to say, look, I'm not very good at this praying thing. I've I helped create a god, and yet I don't know how to really interact with one. I guess this is more about repentance than anything else. Did a very bad thing. Very long time ago. And somebody was taken for that crime who should not have been touched by it. I don't know what I am to do. After finding him alive, I know not what I am to try and accomplish, whether it's simply let him live a life that apparently is going rather well for him, or give him the truth. Because either way, perhaps I'll get exactly what I am deserving of. And that is, he's just going to slowly start to, he closes it out and starts to put away the emblem.
Okay.
And he is going to sit there because he doesn't know where the rest of his party is, because he didn't follow them.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to pull out a shaggy burlap sack of a blanket and just kind of lay it out on top of the cathedral and just lay there, and that's where he will sleep tonight.
Okay.
Quick question. How far would he roughly be from Connor?
He is not wearing the necklace currently, so it wouldn't really matter if you're trying to get him telepathy and trying to talk to him that way.
Connor knows what he's wearing. He doesn't need to just focus on that.
No, I'm just...
Oh, no. He would have tried
How far
that.
away would he be?
Huh?
How far away would he be?
Yeah. Would
Well,
he
the
be within about
cathedral-
1,000 feet?
I don't know. Let me check real quick. Let me do some mathing.
Or the mathematician.
So, just to give everybody an understanding, Connor would have tried to reach out to let.
No.
Okay. Because what he would have done was reach out to the stone to let him know where they were. And if that didn't work, he would have used locate object, which has 1,000-foot range.
Not 1,000 feet.
So at that point, he would begrudgingly, because he'd be like, he probably needs a space, but he should know where we are. He would just send out a quick burst to everybody that he doesn't have the stone and he's not within range to find.
Can I retroactively make a roll for something real quick?
What's the roll?
I want to make a sleight of hands to have slipped something into Az's pocket.
Sure.
My room. Are you entering my room?
Retro.
No,
Retroactively.
which means they would have done it
Oh.
earlier.
I'll give you that.
Connor gets back in his mind and has been getting in his mind Ramanor raving about the chocolate milk.
I don't think a
Once
16
it's been
is
told.
going to go unnoticed.
Az, give me a perception check.
Please don't beat us.
27.
Well,
At that point, I feel like you just would have told her, "Hey, I'll be fine."
yeah, no, he's just gonna hand her the note and just say like, "I'll be fine. I'll be all right. I'm just taking a beat," and then
that what's
would
on the
have
note?
left. Yeah, pretty much. Just
Okay.
like taking a beat and trying to get himself together before this shit goes down. But yeah, no, he's sleeping on the top of the cathedral.
As the sun rises to the center of the sky, you guys are all about to get your first full night's sleep in about a day since your last one, but still.
Well,
And
our first
your
full
first-
night's sleep in a bed in ages.
In a bed.
This is
in
the
a-
first
in ages.
full night's sleep for Ramanor in a bed since he left home.
And you guys are contemplating the series of events that just happened. You're in the city where you think you're supposed to be to find this vampire. Koresh has been faced with his angered past and now with all of his regrets, and he finds himself praying to the god he created. Azura Shirosa has finally divulged her past and given exactly what she needed to begin the healing process. And Ramanor has changed his oath. Your lives look very different than what they did 24 hours ago. And
Connor has a massive headache because Haley is probably going off on every single change.
probably.
And so many
And
tangents,
you
he has
all-
no idea what's going on anymore.
And you all finally get that moment of, I can relax. I'm somewhat safe right now.
I don't trust you.
Neither do I.
And
Not in that
that's what
tone.
we'll end our session for today.
Okay.
Good luck waking up Ramanor. It's the first time he slept in a bed since he left home.
Hey,
He's gonna
Shaq.
be out.
Shaq,
What?
do your thing.
Oh, because we didn't do it at the break. Hi, go follow our socials if you aren't already. Everything can be found on the link tree here on our Twitch profile. To highlight, come join our Discord because we want to hang out with you, and you'll get announcement updates before anyone else. So go join our Discord. We've got TikTok and Instagram, YouTube where you can watch our previous episodes, and a Patreon. Patreon will give you benefits such as possibly suggesting NPCs, access to secret shows and talkbacks and one-shots and things, and you could even possibly show up on the show yourself one day. check that out. All proceeds go to us just getting better equipment to stream better and to do this better because we love doing this for you guys. This is just us having fun with you. So go check it all out.
Ooh. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. We're really happy to just even get the stream for 7 or 8 people. So thanks for showing up, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And we'll see y'all
We love you
next
guys.
week.
We will see you all next week. Enjoy. Have fun.
Can you guys see him?